Going on, fellas, All-22 coming back with a little video here. Just going to kind of quickly give a little preview to what I'm going to do next with the playbooks. I'm going to put my personal playbook up there, which has a little bit of a different flavor than the Jim Schwartz playbook, mainly because it just has more coverages. So I took all the coverages really from the Jim Schwartz playbook, and also what I've learned over the years from Wade, from Rex Ryan, from different coaches, college coaches. There's some coverages, so you're going to see the full complement of all the quarters scheme, you know, cover 4, cover 6, whatnot. So anyway, I hope this doesn't get flagged because I want to show some film of the Texans against the Browns in the playoffs and just kind of go through a little bit of the coverages that they've run and how they relate to Madden. So I'm not going to draw on the screen, but we're going to take a look at this. This is the 4-3 wide. You see how the defense lines up. See the defensive ends. Safety walks down into the box weak, so they're actually playing cover 3. Can't really make that in Madden right now. That's like a 3 buzz weak. But I guess you can if you walk the safety down. We're just kind of taking a look at coverages, some fronts as we go along. Looks like a split safety coverage here against 2x2 set. The safety walks down, rotates down away from the nickel. So this would be cover 3, right? So let me kind of go back on this. And I hope this doesn't get flagged, because I think if I record this, it'll be better. But when I use the actual website, it gets a little bit screwy. But yeah, you can see this is just cover 3. So that's cover 3 sky. And then also from the offensive point of view, I still want to do I want to put together some mini schemes. If anybody wants to start working with some West Coast offenses going into next year, I like Stefanski's offense and I like McCarthy's offense. I already actually have a lot on McCarthy. Some of the base concepts, but Stefanski, I want to make sure I get him down as well. But get a little 2x2 kind of snug set with the motion here. It looks like we're playing man-to-man. Nice job up front. I'll take a look at this again from the end zone angle. We got our wide front 2 backers, so the weak side backer just must run through a gap here. Looks a little bit like a run blitz, to be honest with you. That looks almost like linebacker blitz 1, right? All right. 3rd down, this must be 3rd down. This website doesn't give this to us. This is the same thing that the Niners would do. They actually don't play a lot of cover 2 though. But they show like linebacker up in the front, the offensive line. And it's like, I think this is like nickel triple kind of sort of. And then they run them out of there to play the deep middle, what do you call it? Mid-read. And let me get some water here. It's dry. And it's cover 2. So works out. That's something that I don't know. Well, I think the Niners did that this year too. Really, it's not that much different. The thing that happened, just so you know, in my personal opinion, I don't know the man, but I know I've been watching the Niners defense. And if you guys had listened to my stuff earlier, I said that the Niners defense was going to make or break the season. Not because they're bad, but because they're the only good part of the team. The offense is good against bad teams, but very underwhelming versus good teams. And Kyle Shanahan's going to Kyle Shanahan. He's going to score 20 points a game, just like he always does. So your defense would have had to play out of their effing mind, and they couldn't do it, you know, all game in the Super Bowl. And then they had some pretty bad games in the playoffs as well. So you can see the difference between Jim Schwartz's wide 9 compared to Demeco Ryan's is that they're going to play a little more single high coverage. So you get a lot more post safety. You get more linebackers standing close to the line of scrimmage. It's just the more aggressive, in-your-face type of front, okay? So that's cover 1. The receiver gets beat across his face. I'm not sure why. It's probably a tough route. It's just an over route. Sometimes the safeties are there to help out in the middle of the field. They will actually have calls to tell the safety that he's going to take the crossing route and the corner goes back to the middle. But that one looks like they were locked up man to man. watching the offense for the Texans is like watching the Niners offense. So that one's just a sail combination. They fake the over, and they come back and run the sail. So everything's kind of married up. I'm surprised they may have the next play. Coverage-wise, it looks like cover 3. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. You can see the backers, they bid on the play action so hard. That's something that Jim Schwartz's defense is going to do in real life. They're going to bite hard on play action. This looks like some sort of cover 3 again. But the good thing about Jim Schwartz's defense is how fast they react. In the Madden world, playing the Jim Schwartz defense is almost like playing with the 44 defense. The aggressiveness of the linebackers and the safeties who play like linebackers, that's kind of the personality of the Jim Schwartz style. Compared to the Demeco Ryans, the Robert Salehs, the linebackers don't fit as fast. They kind of sit back a little bit more. They're more of a coverage style type of deal. I think people need to understand that. That's what people talking about, understanding how to marry up the front to this coverage. I mean, yeah, I guess. The thing is that the Niners and some of the stuff that maybe Demeco might do, because he was a former linebacker coach, it's different than what most people do. It's not the standard way of playing linebacker. They have rules coming from that Seattle system where you have to have the linebacker run with like a deep over route, and he has to be matched by the backside linebacker. It's very different sometimes. Some of the ways, some of the techniques of taking some of the deep crossing routes. That one was just aggressive. Safety's there. I know at the beginning of the game, it was all looking good for Cleveland. Their defense was looking pretty damn good. Both defenses were looking pretty damn good, and then it starts to open up. So we're going to see what happens here. Let's try to skip ahead. Hopefully we don't get flagged. Hopefully me talking over this film is going to make it so that I can get this thing out there. And I'm kind of getting to the point where I told you I'm going to upload my playbook, but I'm going to call it DR Wide 9. So there's Jim Schwartz Wide 9 and DR Wide 9. This is the DR Wide 9. That's pretty much what I run in Madden. If you watch my games, it's probably more in this type of bracket than it would be in the Jim Schwartz game because the way the game is made. All right, looks like they're in nickel. Looks like a cover 0 pressure. Good call for the offense to run the screen, but they can't execute it. So I know I'm not stopping the film as much to show you guys, but you go back, I'm pretty sure when I call the defenses, it's accurate. I did this for a living, so I kind of have a good, I'm not looking at the offensive schemes. I could be telling you what the routes are too, but it's my job to try to be able to see things quickly. This looks like quarter, half, or just regular quarters actually. Looks like they might have had a box at the top of the screen. I'm gonna go back on this one if I can. All right, maybe I'll slow it down too. That'll help us out a little bit. All right, so you can see at the top of the screen is a bunch formation. They're probably gonna play box over here to the left. Actually, it looks like a different version of, it wasn't like a true box. It looked like this. It looked like they were playing almost 5/2. Let me see. This is our nickel. Here is our corner. They're talking to each other. I don't know what's going on with this because this looks like almost just like regular quarters. But he's playing so deep over the middle. That's something else. But it's some sort of variation of quarters coverage where the backside safety was there to help out on that overroute. But it doesn't matter because it was a screen. So I'm trying to figure out the coverage, but it really doesn't matter to be honest with you. All right, let's go to the next one. I'll keep it in slow motion here so that actually we can watch it a little bit slower. Maybe I'll get rid of that Browns-Texans logo at the top. All right, so 2x2, definitely cover 6, right? So that's always said about Jim Schwartz. He likes to play cover 6. So take a look at this real quick. You see how the screen, look how deep this safety is back here. That's a huge tell that he's playing cover 2 and the other safety's up a little closer. So they chose to play cover 6 versus this. The routes look like it is double dig at the top. Sometimes it's hard to see both sides. The other one just might have been, let's see what we get. Just double outs at the bottom, quick outs. I'm not sure what the concept is here. in my terminology, it just looks like double dagger, West Coast terminology. I don't know what they call that. Indie terminology, that would be like a Dallas concept, but the route depth looks like it's off. They're both at the same level. That was just eaten up by the linebackers. Looks like some sort of single high defense, probably cover one. They just ran the ball up the middle. Take a look at this. All the smoke and mirrors just to run a dive for the inside zone. So one thing in general, guys, just when you watch this stuff, like the fronts, you know, where you put your nose tackles is important. So like right now, this guy is considered 2-eye, right? He's inside leverage of the guard. Some people will call this a one technique, right? So instead of being on the center, he's on the guard. And that's the whole idea of, you know, playing an over. You ever heard the term over G? That G really stands for guard, okay? So that's that. Still get a wide 5 over here. Over here on this side, looks like you're getting a little bit of a tighter 5 because of the formation. But that's an easy play for a defense to stop. That's probably what I would call a setup play for something down the line. It's just a good throw against man coverage. I thought that, you know, the critics told me that he can't throw versus man, but it looks like that quarterback, Stroud, has proven that he can definitely dot him up. So let's take a look at, looks like some sort of 57 coverage where they're double teaming. So at the top, looks like we're playing like a double team on 2. This must be a third down. That's what I talk about, 57. Let me see. I can't see the down and distance here. Sorry. I wish I can get good film from the real NFL, not the one that they make us buy here. But you get 57. You get, at the beginning, it looks like they were probably doing, I don't know what they were doing, but they're playing Connie on number 2, double teaming 2, and a cone on number 1. But when you do that, unfortunately, this is what happens. And the way I teach it different, some DB coaches teach it different, but like right now, this route is really hard to stop because he's going vertical. You don't know if it's going to be a corner or a post or a double move, but it's probably not a double move. As soon as he runs this post like that, I would have this guy fall off. Okay, but the problem is we just got beat at the line of scrimmage with the other route. I don't think he would have been able to help on the other route. Honestly, too, if I was the safety right here, with that motion, or with that tight formation, I would have played something else. Like I would have played 2-man rules and just had me over the top playing deep half. Because of that formation, there's a chance that there's going to be some sort of like twist, stunt, like a switch down the field when they're tight. And then with that motion too, that makes it really hard to play coverage. Just let them play 2-man. So I would what they call choke at the top, just play cover 2-man. At the bottom, you can keep on what you want, which it looks like they're playing cone on number 1 down here. So that was 3rd and medium. So let's just end it there for now. I'm going to come back to this. So I got a chance to kind of preview 2 defenses at the same time. They're probably going to have some sort of, you can see guys at different spots here. They're trying to run stunts. They actually did get it. He got blasted, man. God damn. Stroud took a big hit right there, man. Look at this. That linebacker 6, a little too late, too hoppy. He doesn't hop into that. If he doesn't hop, watch his footwork. This is the difference between making a play and not making a play, right? Note number 6. He has the back, and he green dogs because he blocks, right? So that means as soon as he blocks or he thinks he's blocking, I'm going to go get the quarterback. But his footwork is so big. See that big hop right there? He would have just kind of stayed, closer with his feet. He would have been like a half a yard closer. And that means he would have been there to make a much better impact on the quarterback. I'll say it like that. And that would have been big. So that's big, man. That's really big. I'll come back to this later. The battle of the wide 9 defenses. That's pretty much what the video became. So what I'm going to do is, my defense is not exactly Demeco Ryan's defense. I'm going to probably edit it, but I'm going to put it up there and call it DR wide 9, just so that you know the other version, and it's my version, but I'm going to kind of edit it to kind of make it more like Demeco, so it's a little more authentic. But there are some Madden plays in there that aren't part of the defense, guys, that I had to put in there just to stop certain things. You gotta do that in Madden. It's still a video game, right? All right, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully this doesn't get taken down from copyright crap. But I will talk to you later. Peace.